Hello and welcome back. Part 2 of the whatever we're calling this. It's time to delve into properly special stuff. Time to be a little bit scared at the amount of money that was spent to acquire this box, but it's all good because of course, because it's from Toy-Fu, it's all going to charity. Who's to say I shouldn't have bought all this stuff and spent that money, you know, to feed children around the world? You know, it's a good thing that I've done this, isn't it? Yes, I shall keep telling myself that. The box is open. Yeah, oh, I can't see anything in here yet. There's extensive packing material, which actually I'm quite grateful for at the moment. Been selling bits on eBay for ages now, and I have just run out of bubble wrap completely. So, cheers, Nick. Actually filming this, I film these videos now on top of the box I keep the bubble wrap in, so I have to put this somewhere else. Oh no! Ooh, I'm seeing some things. Okay, where do we start? Here, right? Okay. Small bits. This is the first order I put in on the Saturday night, because at that point I was like, oh, I can't really afford anything but a couple of Micromasters, so let's have a look at what Micromasters there are. And lo and behold, there are a couple that I actually have been after for like 15 years because they're parts of the Cybertron rail racer train combiner guy that I only ever saw in newsagents down the road. Bit of a weird one. Yeah, if I'd only made like a couple more trips down there to buy sweets and magazines, I could have had a complete one of that combiner back in 2005-6, but then one day they just disappeared completely and I was like, oh, I still need a couple of bits of that. So I've been hunting for a very long time. They very quickly became incredibly expensive. When I wanted to go back and actually complete the set and, you know, look for them all, it's like, oh, you want 20 quid for it? Oh, and this one's from America and you want another 10 quid for the postage? Like, I'm not spending that on a Micromaster, mate. Jog further away from me. So number one is I can't remember what they're called. I've got to look at the instructions, which I handily packed in. I didn't realise they came with their instructions as well. This is Midnight Express. It's a good name for a train, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, it's a train. I can't say anything more than that because I don't know about trains, but it's a train. He's got shiny teal around the windows. I'm a very big fan of that. Yeah, it's chugga chugga choo choo, and then you do this. He's got a sort of hat by the look of it. Shall we fold that out of the way just to make the robot mode a little bit less of just a train stood up? There he is. He's got orange bits. The real reason is because he came with the foot as well. The right foot. It says R on the bottom. The next thing is another bit. I've been in need of a torso, so that's what that is apparently. I don't know entirely how all this works because like the other Micromasters that were from like Energon and like there was a Cybertron Superion as well, they're all like the same body. All the combiner kibble is the same for them, but then for some reason this one that was trains works completely differently. And can you put these bits together into like a little plane like you could with the others? I don't know. Don't know enough about them. But here is the central component. He's called Rail Spike and is just another, you know, it's a bullet train type thing, isn't it? Or like Eurostar. Oh, he's a bit more interesting the way he works actually. What can I say? Just a red and blue, very generic looking handsome train man. He's obviously the leader because he looks the most sort of normal, and then somehow that's going to attach in there and I can plonk the head on there, and we'll come back to that and I'll show you the full train man. I'll dig out the rest of them, but first let's carry on with what's in this box because that's what we're all here for, isn't it? So, oh no, let's not drop everything on the floor because that's the most expensive bit that's still in there. Next up is something which I'm very aware I shouldn't really have bought because I know it's not very good. But all the same, it's something I've decided I want, and I was looking at it, various different listings on eBay and going, no, that's too expensive, that's too expensive. And then I saw this on the list, on the old Toy Foo spreadsheet. And I was like, well, there we go then, that solved that problem for me. I'm going to buy it from them. If I show you that, do you know what I'm about to talk about? Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, mate. Ooh, no. Luckily, the name... Oh, did you feel that shake? This is the heavy part of the box. Yeah, luckily the nameplate was not attached to this, so I didn't just give it away instantly. But there we go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, mate, what? Yeah, he's in a bit of a state. What is going on with you? Right, yes. This is... God. Wibbly. Kind of dirty, maybe a bit beaten up. I can't really oh dear, oh dear. But it is nonetheless, oh Christ alive, yeah, he really doesn't want to stay together, does he? It's War Within Optimus Prime. I've wanted one of these, well, I mean, like, I'm not going to say forever. It's not like I was an instant fan of the War Within, because I remember back in the day, back in the day, where you'd see like the Dreamwave letters column and people would be saying, oh, are we going to get toys of them? They look really good, didn't they? And then they were like, well, probably not, mate. And then a few years passed and Dreamwave went away, and then suddenly like all these die-cast ones turned up of the War Within guys, and I just like this Optimus design. I always thought it was a nice blend, you know, contemporary of this time, of like G1 Optimus and Armada Optimus. You know, he's got the sort of pipes on his arms and he hasn't got windows on his chest. And so I've decided, you know, I could do with a figure of that. It would be really nice if they made a new one. And I feel like the only third party figure I really want is that big, massive one that sort of lights up and it's got chrome on it and all that in it, but it's like 300 quid. So I spent £11 on Titanium's Optimus Prime, and his legs are all yellowed and his paint is coming off and he's all wobbly and doesn't clip together. So there we go. I'm not instantly going to say I'm disappointed in that, because he might clean up all right, but might have made a bad decision there. Because, I mean, I'm buying all this stuff actually without ever having seen it. They did do a stream where they showed off everything, but I missed that. So I was just looking at the list and just reading about the things on there in the descriptions that were given and going, oh, look, I've got one of them, I'll have that. So this leads on to the final part of the haul, the pièce de résistance. I hope, anyway, because of course I haven't seen it. I don't know what sort of state it's in. This is something I've wanted forever and has always been very expensive. And when I saw it on the list saying it's complete, I was like, whoa, whoa. You never see these complete. I've never seen one complete. Ooh, I was about to say, I'm fully prepared to see that its stickers are knackered and it's a bit faded, or maybe a bit broken somewhere, or something missing or whatever. But oh, I've got the instructions as well, mate. For all the missiles. Oh, see that, mate? So you bloody clench. Oh, son. Oh, oh boy. Okay, that sticker's coming off already, but it's there. They're on there. They're not looking like they've been through a shredder, like most of the stickers on things from the early 90s do. Whew. Yeah. Oh, look, he's got like a Texas number plate on the back there. Oh, that's a bit special. Oh, this is as old as me. It's got all sparkly bits in all this sort of dark blue, and all the toxic green in the windows and all over the place. Hazard stripes and a big sight. I don't know how it works, but I know that I have wanted this since, well, it would be 2004. when Transformers: The Ultimate Guide came out, and this was one of the pictures in the G2 section, actually, erroneously, because he's not a G2 figure, unless we're talking about Colossus, I think. Clench, the one that is called Clench, only came out in Europe in 1993, just before G2 started. So he's not actually G2, and he's G1.5, but then they did do him again in G2 as Colossus, but I don't think it came out here. It's Clench, and all of his chrome on his pipes is perfect, and I'm quite amazed at the nick that's in, because it's spotless. It's just, I'm having a moment. Shall we look at his little book? Oh yes, I'm starting to feel quite validated in spending £70 on this book. So, got a bag of like 6 missiles, which is 5 more than I could ever need, but it's there. Oh look, it's cut out of the box. It's got his tech spec. Yes mate. It's in English and in Spanish. Look, we've got his instructions. Oh. Robots in disguise. Todo un reto en tus manos. Well, it looks like it's time for me to finally get very well acquainted with Obliterator Clench. So, his truck falls apart, and the bit that is him is actually only this bit, which can't go about by itself because it's only got front wheels on it. I didn't want to transform him on screen because I wanted to be a little bit careful, but there is Clench, and the best bit of the whole process that I have to tell you about is it's a step in the instructions. Actually, you know, goes to the whole length of having a whole box and a picture and everything, telling you just to flip out this tiny little nub from his feet, which will apparently stop him from falling over. Yeah, it's not load bearing at all. It's hilarious. There he is. Oh, can you see that piping going off in his peepers? This is quite amazing. I can only assume whoever had this before it was donated to Toy Foo bought it new relatively recently. I cannot imagine this is one that has survived since 1993. The missiles haven't ever been taken out of the bag that they came in. But of course, Clench isn't just this bit. It's also all this. Yes. And so he mans his little station. I'm assuming those actually go into his hands. And yeah, he shoots big green missiles out of this big box. And it's quite amazing. There we go, loading up for the first time in 28 years. You just slot them in. They don't like click or anything, and all you do is, it's a gun thing. I will enjoy dusting it a lot, because really I'm only going to have him like that stood somewhere. I'm probably not going to bother, you know, going the whole hog and displaying him like that, because who has room? I don't have room for that. But to have a completely complete, utterly just gorgeous, wonderful, it's all here Clench, is something I don't think I ever thought I would see. So, wow, yeah, there we go. Even without the glory of a TF Nation live event, I've managed to come away with something really, like, this is kind of getting there for kind of Grail territory this year. So yeah, nice one. So from the wonders of Clench and Rail Spike and Midnight Express and the wonk of War Within Optimus Prime, I can safely say, thanks to Toy Foo, I have had a very nice little lot of stuff within the middle of August to, you know, the end. If it was just a normal year where the convention was on, basically. But before we go, shall I show you these train mans?
6.5 hours later.
So after a bit of locomotive wrangling, I think, I'm not entirely sure about this middle bit. I think this is Rail Racer from the Cybertron, or, you know, apparently anywhere else in the world, it's just universe. So it's whoever you want it to be. It's a man made out of trains. Yes, that's very nice. I'm just happy that I can find just stick them all together. Yeah, something else to cross off the list of things I've waited 15 years for. So, from me and Merman, I hope you enjoyed my little bit of summer festivity there, and I hope that you had a bit of your own, to be honest. Fingers crossed for next year to be as normal as possible, because I'm already working on something. Ooh. So, hopefully, I'll see you soon. Robots in the post. Just, yeah, mate, yeah, mate.